Landedkiller has several channels on YouTube, the most famous being the Landedkiller Show, Landedkiller Racing, and many others. His latest project is the YouTube Shorts channel MDVMIRL, which has recently crossed 1,000 subscribers, and he's looking to get 10,000 or more subscribers by the end of the year to be able to do fundraisers for cancer. And Landedkiller is on the line with us here. It's a return visit. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. It's good to be back. It's been quite the year.
Yes, it certainly has for you. What are the things that's happened to you since we last spoke?
Oh, well, we've launched 2 new channels this year, or should I say 3? We've done a Plus channel for random content. We've done a FPS channel for those first-person shooters everybody keeps talking about, like Modern Warfare 2. And we started this MDM IRL channel because I thought it's about time I did some IRL content.
Yeah. And IRL, for people that don't know, that just stands for in real life, right?
Oh, yes, in real life.
So what kind of aspects do you cover about your life on this channel?
I cover the things I like to do for fun, I like to do fun sing-alongs, little fun reactions to people like Dental Digest, to Baba QT, Mr. Beast, and many other content creators. And and eventually cooking stuff. That's kind of like the goal, long form content. And that's gonna be cooking most likely.
Are you a good cook?
I'm more of a novice, to be honest, but I'm looking to get better. I can do a good burger. I can do my scrambled eggs, but definitely more I can learn.
You can certainly put things in the microwave and the oven, yeah?
Oh, for sure, Toby.
So do you think that actually filming yourself cooking and making content out of it could actually make you better at it?
I think so. I think I really just need to get good at cooking, Toby, because I want to get a good, attractive young woman, at my side one of these days, Toby.
Yes. Do you think people are going to want to watch somebody who's a bit of a novice at cooking? Because maybe a lot of the time, if you watch a cooking video, you want an expert really to show you how it's done. But is there some kind of entertainment value in watching somebody who doesn't really know what they're doing initially?
I think there is. I got an expert I'm going to call on. My roommate's dad is pretty good at cooking, so I might just call on him for some tips.
Yeah.
But I think there is some entertainment value in that.
What kind of food do you think you're going to start out with?
Oh, I think I might start, with some enchiladas, I might dice up those tomatoes,
Yeah.
Dice up the green onions, get that cheese cooked just right, brown that meat.
Yeah.
Oof. Oh, yes. I've wanted to make enchiladas for some time. It's just something that's always fascinated me. Yeah. Or to make my own like tortas or whatever.
Yeah.
Those tortas.
We've just had Christmas, of course. Did you help out in the kitchen for that?
Oh, yeah. I helped make some cookies, some nice chocolate cookies.
Ooh, that's nice.
Oh, yeah.
Is that your limit at the moment? Cookies? You wouldn't go all the way and help stuff the turkey at the moment and do whatever it is to make a Christmas dinner?
Oh, no, I'm not that advanced yet. I still got a lot to learn.
Yeah. So maybe this coming Christmas, which feels weird to say now, do you think you'll help out with that?
Oh, for sure. I'll probably make my old fave, probably some Idaho nachos, waffle fries, melted cheese, cut up bacon, cut up green onions, and cut up tomatoes. Oof, that's always my fave.
And speaking of Christmas in general, how was your Christmas, food aside?
Oh, it was great. Got to spend some time with my family, at my grandfather's, and with my cousins. I really love my cousin Isaac. That guy is so special.
Yeah.
He teaches the young kids, he teaches them history out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Oh, yeah.
Now, in terms of your other channels, the ones you're most known for, the Landedkiller Show and Landedkiller Racing and all of that, how have they progressed over the last year?
Over the last year, I feel they've done a lot of growth. Yeah. Landedkiller Racing finally hit monetization just towards the end of 2022 here, which I was super excited about. And now the goal is just to get the Landedkiller Show up to monetization. It's just kind of struggling a little bit views-wise, so I got to do a little bit higher quality content,
Yeah.
Some more ship histories is my goal for that this year.
And how do you keep that motivation? Because you've been doing this for many years now, and you say you're struggling for views. So is it hard to keep the hope when you have been struggling for views for a long time?
It can be, Toby. I see YouTube as more of a long-term thing and not as a short-term thing, and that's how I keep my hope, because the hope is eventually to just leave my job in security and just put all my effort into the YouTube. Because that's kind of what I do now, is kind of do security stuff.
Is that a bit of a risk? Because people who make a comfortable living from YouTube are very much the exception to the rule, right?
Oh, for sure, Toby, for sure.
So do you realistically believe that you'll be able to quit your job and do YouTube full time?
I believe it should be possible, Toby. I have a lot of faith in my IRL channel right now because it's had some explosive growth. We went from 0 subscribers around November 15th when I started the channel to around 1,060 at the time to now. So I'm putting a lot of faith in that channel because Social Blade says it's on track to hit 1 mil within 3 years here. So
wow, that's impressive.
Oh yeah, it's definitely going to be all the IRL channel this year. No doubts about that. That's going to be the main one.
You recently lost your Aunt Diane to cancer and so have dedicated your channel MDVM IRL to fighting cancer. Has that maybe helped you get more views, maybe unintentionally, because a lot of people will want to support that cause?
Perhaps, Toby, perhaps, But at the end of the day, I remain true in that cause because this isn't the first time I've lost relatives to cancer. I've lost my Uncle Paul to cancer a few years back due to colon cancer.
Yeah.
So I remain humble to the cause.
Yeah. In a way, it's a great leveler, really, because no matter who you are, you will have lost somebody to cancer, and it's something we can all relate to.
Exactly. It's a terrible illness, seeing somebody go through that, how they're once full of life and vibrant, and then they slowly have the life sucked out of them due to that terrible illness.
And in what way do you dedicate the channel to fighting cancer? I mean, are the videos specifically about cancer, or is it a donation thing, or is it in another way?
It's gonna be a donation thing for now. I've already done a good $20 donation to the American Cancer Society. I'm hoping to donate more once the channel gets monetized and going, and then eventually do charity drives for cancer.
Yeah.
To raise money for different cancer charities. So it'll be operating profits going directly to cancer charities at the end of the day.
Yeah. So all the monetization that you potentially get, would that all be going to the charities?
A good portion of it. I'm going to start at 10%, then slowly scale up to 50% over time.
Because I suppose at the end of the day, you need money in order to continue doing the channel, if you see what I mean.
Oh,
you need to
exactly.
put money back into the channel, yeah.
Exactly. Like, I'm already going out probably net a good $30 a month just for Photoshop and Premiere Pro, and then I've had a bunch of animations done, of course, which also takes out the profits,
Now, you've also came out with a new song, which doesn't have a confirmed title yet, but the tentative title is Not Here in 2022. What made you want to branch out and create a song?
I think it's just been the struggles of 2022 for me, Toby, because I've lost my job twice and I've had my heart kind of broken and I've lost my aunt die. It's kind of about just feeling that feeling, where you're alone, but you're also inspired and you feel hope.
Yeah.
That's kind of the feel behind the song, yes.
And are you pleased with how the song ended up sounding?
Yes. I collaborated with Dylan FL from Australia with this song in particular. I am pleased with it.
And how would you describe the song in terms of its genre?
I'd say it's more towards kind of that electronic kind of a feel to a song. That's kind of more of its feel. It's more electronic beats, more towards that genre.
Yeah.
It's not quite, it's got some funk influence into it, like your Sahara by Hanson was one of the influences of it. And then Alone by Burna Boy was also another influence from the Black Panther 2 Wakanda Forever soundtrack. So those were two major influences for the song.
And were you nervous going into it because maybe you thought you wouldn't be able to make a good song, or you thought you might not be a very good singer? Did nerves enter your system at any point along the way?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
What were the things you were most nervous about?
Just how the song would sound to people, at the end of the day, just seeing if people get, well, with its different influences.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I really want people to feel that inspiration from the song.
And do you think that fans of the YouTube channel are going to like the song?
Yeah, I believe they will. I think they can all get something from it, because this song in a sense represents my year. It's kind of like feeling alone, and you're trying to fight with all these losses and you're trying to get back up on your feet. And then you kind of got that hope piece more towards the end.
Now, 2022 wasn't really the best year for you. So are you hopeful that 2023 is going to be a better year? Chances are it will be, because it doesn't have big shoes to fill.
Oh, exactly. I'm hoping it's a year for growth and for increase of quality for all the channels. And I'm already going out, getting some promotions going, for the channels, trying to get them back up to snuff, and just bringing them, most of them, to monetization this year. That's the goal.
It's exciting.
It is.
What would you say is the biggest goal you've got for 2023?
I say my biggest goal is to take MDVM IRL from 1,000 to 10,000 subscribers at least. I know it's ambitious, but I believe I can get it done.
Yeah.
That's one of my most ambitious goals.
Yeah.
That way I can start the donation drives and really drive that money to fighting cancer.
And how do you do that? Because it sounds impossible. A lot of people struggle to get any subscribers, and
right.
You've got 1,000 so far. How do you times that by 10 in a year?
I think it's a lot to do with reacting to the right things, like the right content creators. In a sense, you kind of got to match their energy to a certain extent while also having your own unique style. And two of my most popular shorts were me reacting to this guy Dental Digest, and he's sitting there and eating a Mickey Mouse ice cream bar.
Oh.
And I just sit there and I slurp on tea and I just go, I'll have my tea, thanks. that went all the way up to 19,000 views. And then the other most viewed is me doing a sing-along to Bava QT, a TikTok here, where she's doing a mashup of Mr. Beast and like a World Cup song or whatever. I believe my reaction was something like Mr. Beast 6,000, whoa. And there was another part as well. That's as much as I remember.
And it is important to have a unique style, isn't it? Who would you say influences your style?
Well, I say that Mr. Beast definitely has a strong influence on that style, along with that Skincare Ryan guy, because I want to keep the positive energy and going like Skincare Ryan, but I'm also not afraid to experiment like Skincare Ryan, And then the Mr. Beast kind of influences me a little bit because he likes to do philanthropy. Yeah. Now, he doesn't have specific philanthropy for cancer, but he kind of keeps his drive going for charity for others. I'm just specifically focused on cancer just due to the loss in my life, of my Aunt Di and my Uncle Paul. Because, Aunt Di was an elementary school teacher. She taught for many years, and she's been fighting for cancer for many years. And she was my only link to my grandfather, Vendek, who passed away before I was even born. So we made tabbouleh, grape leaves, and just had a good time, just hanging out with each other when we could.
Now, last time we spoke, you said you were thinking about creating a film critic channel. Have you got round to that?
Yes. Killer Film Reviews is up and running. It's not to where I wanted it to be at this point, but it is up and running. It does have a cool noir-esque feel to it. It's got the World of Warships gameplay in the background with black and white. Every video is always black and white to kind of represent that 1920s era. Yeah. But I have been investing back into it with a new outro. So that's going to be in the next video. Oh, yeah.
And what else is coming up for you, if anything, that you haven't mentioned so far?
I would say we've got another video in the works for a vision message for the Landedkiller show itself, and most likely a film review for Polar Express, for the film review channel. Oh yeah, that's going to be definitely the next project. And big picture wise, just creating more higher quality content, just script writing more heavily, because a lot of my videos are kind of done off the cuff. I'm going to be taking more time to get more higher quality thumbnails and doing some more script writing, definitely for this year.
Well, in the meantime, where are we able to find your channels, MDVM IRL, and also the Landedkiller show, Landedkiller Racing, and Killer Film Reviews, and all the others?
Exclusively on YouTube.
Yeah.
exclusively on YouTube. Always
Excellent.
under the channels tab on each channel. They list all the channels, so that's an easy way to find them. But it's at the handle at the Landedkiller Show or at the handle MDVMIRL or at Matthew Miron.
Excellent. Well, many thanks for talking to us today. It's been great to have you on the show.
Thank you so much, Toby. It's always a pleasure.